del gran sueño. No me quiero despertar y me falla un poco más mi realidad.
Hello, what's up everybody? I'm outside. I thought it was a beautiful place, so I'm going to start my video here. It is starting to rain, so maybe I'll move, but it looks nice. Okay, so welcome back. In this video I'll be discussing what I did last week. I went to Bali. I'll talk about the fun things I did. Besides, I will talk about the things I did over the last 2 weeks, because I haven't made a video in 2 weeks towards my goal. And then I will talk about next goal I set for the hopefully next week upload. I hope I will be on time. And then I'll end with a quick outro and a quote. The things I did in Bali. So in Bali, when I visited Bali, my parents were really scared for me because the dengue flies there. They heard a lot of things about it. Besides, the water is also not pure and you can get a virus. So they were quite scared for me. I went either way. They told me not to go, but I thought it would be such a cool clip. I heard so many cool things, and it really was. The first day, I went 3 days. The first day I went to Ubud. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes sometime. Those were the rice fields. On my first day I did a hike through the mountains and got to a beautiful place where you could see the rice fields really well. Then afterwards I accidentally stumbled into a temple, which there was a show, coincidentally, which was so cool. Also on the first day I got scammed by a taxi driver. Funny story, he tried to scam me for 10 more euros, but I negotiated and thankfully I could pay the original amount. Okay, then afterwards I went to Seminyak, which was the second place. There's a B. The second place, that was more close to the city. I stayed there for 2 days. It was really beautiful. I went there by bike, which was kind of terrifying. I was holding on for dear life, but you ride through the rice field and that was also cool. Then I went to the sea. I also stayed in a real cool Airbnb. It was really cheap. I could stay there for 1 night, and afterwards I would go swimming there. It was cool. It was like kind of loft. You can see it from the videos. But I like Bali. Food was good. Besides, the weather was good. It was really hot. I burned myself, as you can see. Besides, the people were nice and the flight was cool. On the flight back I got seat 1A and I was able to see the sun setting down and the beautiful island, so I was really thankful. I even let out a tear. It was so beautiful. I moved locations. It started to rain a little bit too much on my laptop and I was kind of scared, so I switched to this. I hope this also visually pleasable for you guys. Pleasing, I mean. I hope this is better. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so what I did in the last 2 weeks regarding my goal of goal setting and purpose. So I did a few theoretical things and I did a few practical things. With the theoretical things being segmented into 3 things I did, and the main things. First of all, I asked ChatGPT. It's so easy to nowadays to just ask AI, and it gives you a valuable insight, so why not? So I asked what are main components of goal setting, and ChatGPT came up with the first main component being make your goals SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So I will be discussing those 5 in the practical part, how I set up my goal. Then the second part I did, or at least a recommendation I would have for you guys, is just to talk to AI. I'll show you how I did it. but just to ask it to be like your partner in this visualization. You just tell how many years and just ask it to guide you through it. That generally helped me. Then besides I searched for info online, I searched what purpose was, and some more information on that. It's the why behind things, the why do you use certain things, why do you set goals, the why basically. Then I listened to a podcast, the Huberman podcast. It's one of my favorites. He sounds so fun and so cool, so I just listened to it, and he has generally good insight, so that's also a plus. So he discussed, we talked about visualization and that being a key aspect of like goal setting, because visualization gives you the initial step towards the goal. And when you visualize something, you look at yourself 5 years from now or 10 years, well, what do you want, 1 year is even good, and you just close your eyes and think about what do I genuinely want, like how do I see myself then, and then you just sketch professionally, personally, mentally, whatever, and you try to feel how you would feel if you would achieve those goals. That's the most important part of visualization. This is a good thing. Visualization is good. However, Huberman stresses that visualization can be good in the beginning. However, long term you should also implement a thing that's called negative visualization, and that is something that you basically, if you do not do this action, these negative things will come. And that helps more with like staying consistent towards the goal compared to just keep saying visualizing new things, because it loses value over time. He also talked about small steps, so how important they are, like scheduling a full plan on small steps and future back thinking. So you start from the goal. For example, I want to start my own business. Then you think back from the 5-year mark towards, like, for example, what's a good thing to think about? Start my own business means knowledge on website, knowledge on product, knowledge on this, and you set time frames towards it, and that's how you basically think from the goal towards the small thing of like today starting with, I don't know, like buying a course or something like that. So you make it easy for yourself. On the practical part, sorry, I'm running out of time, I need to talk less. On the practical part, I did a visualization with AI myself. I'll show you here the answer while I talk a little bit more about what my goal was. My goal was basically being more happy with myself, or that's at least the goal I have always had and want to work on and have been working on, because my genuine purpose is being a better self and improving myself, not only being true to other people but also myself. How can you implement smart into this? I did it by specific, so happy with myself, specific, what aspect, measurable. The measurable part is kind of difficult because happy with myself is not a metric you can measure. You can talk about maybe the staying true to myself with the amount of lies you tell, like reducing that, but that's why I didn't really look at that part. Achievable is, I think it's achievable. It's a highly goal that's easy, not easy, but I think I'm able to achieve it in 5 years. Relevant, yeah, I mean, it's the most relevant thing I do day to day to my life. And time bound, I said 5 years, so that's the time aspect of it. So the goal for next week, the title for next week is digital detox and information consumption, and a reduction in information consumption. Based on the theoretical side, I'll be looking at studies or information regarding social media use and the damage it has on mental health, because it's difficult for me to get off social media. I will admit that my screen time is horrible right now. I think I'm more addicted than ever before. No, maybe that not, but I am quite addicted to it. On the practical side, let me check my notes. I'll set personal rules, like limiting social media use, the amount of use. I'll be strict on stopping, like putting my phone away, limited amount. Besides, I will not use my phone the first thing I get up. I'm even thinking of doing a total dopamine detox of 1 day in the week. Maybe Friday I'll do it. Then I will not pick up my phone the whole day. I'll leave it at do not disturb. And besides, I'll eat healthy and do genuinely good things for me on 1 day. Then for the measurable part, how will I measure it? I will reflect on my clarity. That's difficult, not smart. Not against the smart framework, because there's nothing really to measure, but I can measure the amount of screen time. That's something I can then look at. I can look at my productivity. I can just discuss how much time I study a day and stuff like that. So that will be the measurable part.
Son puro recuerdo de tiempos.
That was a long video. I'm happy though, it was nice. I'm thankful I'm able to make this video again and start again in video making. I'm not going to come up with the excuse again for being late, over a week late. I'll just say that I don't have my priorities straight. I genuinely am interested in making these videos and think it has positive impact, not for me now, but also for me in the future. To just look at myself and how I was and be thankful of the journey. So that's why I want to prioritize these videos more. Like last week, I will continue to meditate. Oh yeah, I've been meditating, not as often in the first week, but I've been still meditating sometimes, guided meditations. And besides, I will make a step-by-step guide on how to reach my goal of being happy with myself in the next 5 years. I'll show you in the end of the month or next video maybe. I'll see how quick I'm done with it, or I'll see how much insight I can get into it before I'm happy with it. Okay, so let's end this video. I hope you've learned something or something has resonated with you, and I want to end with the quote: progress over perfection. Just take the first step. You can do it.